Hello and welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio, and this is going to be episode number 46. We're going to be talking about our series on boxing styles, and we're going to be talking about style number 4 out of 5 main styles that we're talking about, which is going to be the boxer puncher. The boxer puncher is a style that is for the multi-talented athlete, the guy that has both power but also has so much athleticism and a real, I would say, feel for the sport, for the technique. Somebody that's able to actually master the craft of boxing, but he still has that power, so he can choose to fight however he wants to fight. And boxer punchers are always very entertaining to watch because they can either decide to take the fight to the distance, depending on how they feel, or they can step it up and end matters seemingly at any time that they want to. To be a boxer puncher, it would seem that you'd have to have the knack of having the proper technique to throw a powerful punch, and also to have the discipline to be in that great athletic shape that you need to be in, and also be of such a sound mind, a disciplined mind, that you can take the hours and hours and hours that it needs to learn the real science, the intricacies of learning a number of different techniques that you can adjust to numerous type of styles and be able to switch back and forth between either boxing an opponent or stepping it up and taking them out. So some examples of fighters to watch that are, or that I would consider the boxer puncher, would be Sugar Ray Robinson, Prince Naseem Hamed, and Roy Jones Jr. And if you'll notice with like a Roy Jones Jr. or Prince Naseem Hamed, they don't do things in the conventional style. Naseem Hamed oftentimes would knock guys out when he looked like he was off balance. But in order to do that, if you watch the amateur tapes of Naseem Hamed, when he was coming up in the amateurs and in his teens, he always fought that way, and he mastered that style. So it's not necessarily about who your coach is or if you're learning the actual fundamentals. It's just about picking a certain style, having a focus on offense and defense, trying to master both of those things, and then doing them repetitively until you refine it in competition, and you can execute your style to perfection where you can make it effective for you. So yeah, the boxer puncher, very interesting type of fighter to watch. Check out those particular fighters. And thanks again for tuning into another episode of the DO Boxing Show. Remember, you can ask us questions on anything, any episodes you want to get more in depth. You want to have a personal consulting session for yourself because you want an assessment either on the business side of your boxing career, whether you're an amateur or professional, or just on your fighting style. Remember, you can always have a consulting session. DO International Boxing Consulting, $50 an hour, in person or over the phone. I prefer in person because then we can map things out, and I can make sure you're taking down the information. And if there's something that you don't understand, we can clarify it and get the best value for you. But if you're living far away or out of the country, we can always do it over the phone as well. So don't forget, you can also ask me questions about anything that's been on the show or anything in general, and I'll make it a future episode. And you can send the message to us or the question to us through Twitter at @Okposio or through my email at okposio@hotmail.com. You'll see it on the screen or on the next slide. And feel free to contact us anytime. And hopefully we'll be able to answer your questions. Thanks again for watching another episode of the DO Boxing Show, and we'll see you on another episode.